Thank you. Good morning, Chair Harrington and Commissioners. I'm Serena Cruz, the Executive Director of the Virginia Garcia Memorial Foundation. On behalf of Gil Munoz, the Health Center CEO, and our over 600 employees, we thank you for recognizing National Hispanic Heritage Month and for inviting us to join you in this celebration. These are dark times, and it's hard not to feel that pretty heavily after your briefing, as Maria shared. It's really hard to get our heads around celebration and recognition, but this is exactly the time when we need to highlight those bright spots that help us get through. So this year's theme for Hispanic Heritage Month is Be Proud of the Past and Embrace the Future. It really speaks truth to Virginia Garcia's founding story 45 years ago, our growth, innovation, and transformation to serve the community regardless of our challenges, obstacles, and barriers in our path. Today, we commemorate with you the incredible diversity of cultures and experiences in this community that our ancestors represent and the people from many parts of the world who are Hispanic and Latinx. Today, we honor their contributions to our society and recognize it is their shoulders that we stand on as giants who have paved the way for us, and that they continue to fuel our resilience and our desire to thrive. At Virginia Garcia, we are attempting to stand tall on the shoulders of our founders, families like the Garzas, Margaret Garza, who is a key leader at Washington County. Those founders left a legacy for us, and we are trying hard to stand on those shoulders. The pandemic, the Black Lives Matter movement, the fires, they all speak directly to the structural racism that the communities we serve face. With Washington County's strong support for our work, we grew our mobile outreach program from 18 events to 25 events this year, taking healthcare directly to our community where they live and work, in the fields, in camps, in communities where people in apartment complexes all throughout. The consequences of this pandemic are landing heavier in the Latinx community. Washington County's positivity rate is 3.32%. And of that group, Latinx community members make up 52% of the positive test results in Washington County, but only 15% of the population. I just want you to sit with that for a minute. Because even though that number looks so small in terms of the positivity, it really is overwhelmingly landing in the Latinx community in Washington County. And at Virginia Garcia, we have a really high positivity rate. We're at 10.98% of all of the tests, all of the screens that we take come back positive. And Latinx community members make up 82% of our positivity rate. So it gives you a sense of how we are able to capture and connect to and serve some of the most vulnerable folks in this community as reflecting in that data. In just a moment, for statewide data, Latinx community members make up 13% of the state's population, but only 40% of the cases throughout this, but not only, but 40%. Sometimes I need to step back, but 40% of the cases throughout the state. So what we're seeing in Washington County is what we're seeing statewide, and it reflects these structural pieces of racism throughout our society and in our community. But in spite of these challenges, we want you to know that the communities we serve have found numerous ways to come together. You just listen to Maria and you hear all of those amazing ways that we come together to thrive and to be resilient. That's our power and strength as a community. So today we ask you to stand with us, to be a part of Together We Are Virginia Garcia. What that phrase means and what it stands for is our ask for you to join us in affecting policy changes that help pave the way for eliminating health inequities and disparities in our community. We want to continue to leverage these platforms throughout our community. We ask you to continue to invest in the community and that we will fuel innovation to continue to overcome barriers to care and wellness that have been magnified by COVID-19, the wildfires, and the vulnerable communities that we serve. We thank you for your support and your partnership, and that you have that you have demonstrated, and we ask you to stand with us on the shoulders of our ancestors to act. Together, we are Virginia Garcia.